Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading Nehemiah 13 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, On that day they read in the book of Moses in the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammonites and the Moabites should not come into the congregation of God forever, because they met not the children of Israel with bread and with water, but hired Balaam against them, that he should curse them, albeit our God turned the curse into a blessing. Now it came to pass, when they had heard the law, that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude. And before this, Eliashib the priest, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our God, was allied unto Tobiah. And he had prepared for him a great chamber, where aforetime they laid the meat offering, the frankincense, and the vessels, and the tithes of the corn, the new wine, and the oil, which was commanded to be given to the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the offerings of the priests. But in all this time was not I at Jerusalem, for in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, king of Babylon, came I unto the king, and after certain days obtained I leave of the king. And I came to Jerusalem, and understood of the evil that Eliashib did for Tobiah, in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house of God. And it grieved me sore, therefore I cast forth all the household stuff of Tobiah out of the chamber. Then I commanded, and they cleansed the chambers, and thither brought I again the vessels of the house of God, with the meat offering and the frankincense. And I perceived that the portions of the Levites had not been given them, for the Levites and the singers that did the work were fled every one to his field. Then contended I with the rulers, and said, Why is the house of God forsaken? And I gathered them together, and set them in their place. Then brought all Judah the tithe of the corn, and the new wine, and the oil unto the treasuries. And I made treasurers over the treasuries Shelemiah the priest, and Zadok the scribe, and of the Levites Pedaiah, and the next to them was Anan the son of Zachar, the son of Mattaniah, for they were counted faithful, and their office was to distribute unto their brethren. Remember me, O my God, concerning this, and wipe not out my good deeds that I have done for the house of my God, and for the offices thereof. In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves, and lading asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals. There dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah, and in Jerusalem. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah, and said unto them, What evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day? Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us, and upon this city? Yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath. And it came to pass, that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath. And some of my servants set I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem once or twice. Then I testified against them, and said unto them, Why lodge ye about the wall? If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth came they no more on the Sabbath. And I commanded the Levites that they should cleanse themselves, and that they should come and keep the gates, to sanctify the Sabbath day. Remember me, O God, concerning this also, and spare me according to the greatness of thy mercy. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God in marrying strange wives? And one of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib, the high priest, was son-in-law to Sanballat the Horonite. Therefore I chased him from me. Remember them, O my God, because they have defiled the priesthood, and the covenant of the priesthood, and of the Levites. Thus cleansed I them from all strangers, and appointed the wards of the priests and the Levites, every one in his business, and for the wood offering at times appointed, and for the firstfruits. Remember me, O God, O my God, for good. Alright guys, so in this chapter we see where we're being told that they were not exactly keeping everything that the Lord had commanded, because they forgot the Moabites. And not only that, but the Ammonites as well. They were not supposed to cohabitate with them, and they were not supposed to actually enter into the place of God forever. They're cast out totally. They should never enter, because they refused to assist the children of Israel whilst they were in the wilderness, and they had actually tried to get Balaam to curse the children of Israel instead of welcoming them when they asked for them to give them passage through their land. And so the Lord has decided that they should never enter into the house of God, and that the children of Israel should not cohabitate with them, and should not commingle with them also. And we see where they did not do that. They did not obey that. They did cohabitate with them, and they did intermingle with them. They married them, and they even had them in the house of God, and they should not be. We also see where Nehemiah is saying to God to remember all the good that he's done for him, and all the goodness he's done for his house, and forget it not. We see him constantly saying that. And this is not to say that we should do things and think that the Lord owes us anything. That's not what it's saying here. He's just saying that, okay, because I know it's in some people's head, but yes, it's just to say that he's trying his best, and he's saying, oh Lord, remember my acts, please, because I know that we have sinned against you, but if anything, please save me for the fact that I have tried to live according to your will, and because I actually try to ensure that those around me carried out your will also. Okay? So it's like basically trying to get in good graces. Not per se to say he's saying that he's deserving of it. And Lord, you should remember me because I did this for you. I did this. So you need to remember me. That's not what it's all about here. It's just about him saying, okay, God, please grant me your grace and your favor because I've tried everything I can to be within your good graces. Okay? That's what it is like here. Okay, not being boastful or prideful. That's not what it is. It's being humbling right here. That's the tone that I'm getting from this. And I just wanted to bring that across to you guys. Okay, so they were told that they should not commingle with the Moabites and the Ammonites. And so here it is that they're being told and they're being cast out. The ones that actually do. And the strangers are being put away also from the children of Israel. Okay, guys. So, nothing much here. Just that was basically it. And they were reminded of how it is that even King Solomon, a man loved by God, a man that God spoke to, a man that God had said that he'd take as his son, had told David his father that he would take him to be his son, that even him, did sin, and he sinned because he went against the will of God by actually marrying women of the Moabites and the Ammonites. And they caused him to sin and turn from God. So he's just reminding them that basically sinful affiliations will encourage sinful acts by us. And so we should ensure that we do not actually entertain these people. Alright? So that we will not fall to sin ourselves. So let this be a cautionary tale to you all. Okay? Alright, guys. So I'm going to leave you right here. Please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.